Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Black Hills Energy Stadium here in Spearfish, South Dakota, deep in Sasquatch territory. My name is Win Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch this season, and it is my pleasure to be bringing you the action live from this rubber match between the Spearfish Sasquatch and the Fremont Moo. We are just a couple of minutes away from getting the starting lineups announced and getting the action ready for you. So, in the game 3 of this series between the Moo and the Sasquatch, after a exciting doubleheader yesterday, for starting at 4:10, first pitch yesterday, between the Moo took first game, 11-2, and the Sasquatch fired back in game 2. That lasted until later last night, took that game 11-6. So the Sasquatch were able to fire back and get their first win of this series. And now we will wait the results of game 3. It's going to be a really exciting one. We have brand new lineups from both teams, and I guarantee you that the Sasquatch are ready to show that this offensive surge is for real. Last night was by far the best offensive game for the Squatch after scoring 11 runs. And the biggest part about it was that they were able to spread those runs out across the game, retaliating when the Moo would try to get back into the game. For example, as the Moo scored 4 in the 4th after being down 7-1, the Squatch fired right back with 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Being able to show that resistance is a huge mental progression for this Sasquatch offense, as they are ready to show that they are contenders in the postseason, even though it is very early on. So, very exciting, as I have to say. We had a nice crowd coming in, filling in for a beautiful Thursday afternoon first pitch as the coach is meeting on the mound. And starting lineups are just a couple of minutes away. Very glad that you are here joining with us. So it appears that we are getting ready to introduce these starting lineups, and that means that is my job to be bringing it to you. So let's just do that right now. For the visiting Fremont Moo, leading off, number 2, the second baseman, you've heard him a lot, Kanan Dodge. Batting second, number 1, the center fielder, Evan Rowe. Batting third, playing at first, number 25, Nico Aspilcueta. Batting cleanup for the Moo, number 26, the left fielder, Zach Samayoa. Batting fifth, number 22, and catching behind the plate, Ian Graff. Batting sixth, number 19, the right fielder, Jason Axelberg. Batting seventh, number 14, and the designated hitter, Matt Spear. Batting eighth, number 30, the third baseman, Austin Baskin. And rounding out the order for the Fremont Moo tonight, the shortstop, number 18, Ty Borgano. And pitching for the Moo, number 22 in his second appearance, Brody Sintek for Fremont. So now we got that out of the way, let's head to your Spearfish Sasquatch starting 9 tonight. Leading off for the Squatch, number 27, the shortstop, Johnny McHenry. Batting second, number 24, the second baseman, Ryan Bachman. Batting third, number 12, and playing the hot corner, Gabe Springer. Batting cleanup, number 2, the center fielder, Carson Green. Batting fifth, number 3, the left fielder, Trey Vorwald. Hitting sixth spot, number 28, the first baseman, Harrison Clark. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 30, Drew Biggerstaff. Batting eighth and catching behind the plate, number 23, Andrew Johnson. And batting ninth for your Sasquatch, number 8, right fielder, Cam Hoyland. An absolute powerhouse on offense from both of these teams. So be excited to see a lot of offense potentially, but also don't be surprised if it is a defensive showout, as we have 2 very impressive pitchers, one from the Moo and for the Sasquatch tonight, number 16, the man himself, Jack Hostetler. The Sasquatch are led by head coach Tanner Hill. So a lot of action tonight. Excited to be able to bring it to you. It is a beautiful night for some baseball. And the home crowd knows that as well, showing up and showing out. We have a lot to talk about tonight. And as the starting lineups are introduced, we are going to take a break. And we'll get right back to the action, as first pitch is only a couple of minutes away, 3 minutes to be exact. Can't wait to be here for it. We'll be right back with you. You're watching Squatch Baseball. Leading out for the Sasquatch tonight, it'll be number 27.
comes the second baseman, number 24, Ryan Blackman. Playing third base tonight, number 12, here's Gabe Springer. Number 2, Carson Green. In left field all night long, number 3, Trey Borwell. Playing first base, number 28, here's Harrison Clark. Our designated hitter, he's number 30, Drew Bickerstaff. Behind home plate, playing catcher, number 23, here's Andrew Johnson. In right field, number 8, Cam Boylan. And our starting pitcher tonight, all the way from California, a student at Whitman College, is number 16, Jack Hostetter. Now fans will ask you to please rise and remove cover. It's time for America's #1 song, year after year, our own national anthem.
All right, Squatch Nation, as we prepare for the first pitch as Jack Hostetter for your Sasquatch takes the mound. We just finished the national anthem here. And you know what that means, as on-field host Bailey Hubbard out there getting ready to say play ball. The two happiest words that you could imagine. As we gear up for the 14th game of this summer collegiate season. Your Spearfish Sasquatch, after taking game 2 of that doubleheader last night, improved their record to 3-10 on the year, obviously. Something that they were wanting to work on. A bit of a slow start, but cannot expect that to last for too long. A lot of excitement, a lot of hope in this Sasquatch lineup as folks continue to roll in. The Squatch have a lot of players still making their trip in the next couple of weeks to Black Hills Energy Stadium. But for now, the Squatch are going to do what they can do best, and that is trying to win as many games as possible in this first half of the season. And as you just heard, with Bailey down on the field and about 5 different fruits on the field saying, let's play ball. You might be wondering, what is that all about? Well, tonight is mascot night here at Black Hills Energy. There's plenty of team mascots across the region making it out for tonight's ball game, representing their respective schools. Sparty, the mascot of Spearfish High School. We have Nugget, the mascot for the Rapid City Rush hockey team. And those fruits who just said, let's play ball, representing Tropical Smoothie Cafe. As we have plenty of people representing Tropical Smoothie, happy to have them out for a beautiful game and hopefully a Sasquatch win by the end of things tonight. So on the mound for the Sasquatch, as I just said, Jack Hostetter, the freshman from Encinitas, California. Had a bit of a trip to make it out to South Dakota, but he appears to be enjoying every second of it. Played at Whitman College for his first year last year. He'll be a sophomore going into the fall. And if there's one thing I know about Jack Hostetter, he can pitch. Ironically enough, he had his last start against the Fremont Moo just last week. We'll have plenty to talk about that. as he readies for the first pitch of the game against second baseman Kanan Dodge. As Jack readies for the first pitch, and we are underway as Dodge lifts that one way behind us into the stadium parking lot. Takes that for a ball. Kanan Dodge, so far in the year, batting .333, 9 for 27, driven in 4 runs. And the 1-1 as that one is hit, and that was going to find a gap out in right center as Cam Hoyland is running to cut it off and throws over to second, not in time as Kanan Dodge has a stand-up double to lead off the inning for the Moo. As Evan Rowe, the 2-spot hitter for the Fremont Moo tonight, and manning center field after playing right in game 1 yesterday. Evan Rowe has also been graciously selected as the beer batter for tonight's game, which means if Jack is able to strike out Evan Rowe, everyone in this crowd is going to be able to get some cheap beer. That's quite the occasion. So a runner on second, no one out, and Hosteller drops that one in for a strike. 0-1 to Rowe. And the pitch, as that one is grounded over to Ryan Bachman for a routine throw to first for out number 1. So Dodge is going to advance to third, but not before exchanging it for an out for the first out of the inning. And Nico Azpilicueta, the first baseman, played first yesterday in game 1, DH'd in game 2. Azpilicueta, the 6'3" right-handed hitter from Sherman Oaks, California, plays at St. Mary's University. Took that first pitch from Hosteller for a ball. A 1-0 count, Dodge on third. And that one is taken for a strike. As we mentioned earlier, Jack was able to start in game 2 of that series. Obviously, game 3 was rained out in Fremont as we played them just earlier last week, or late last week, excuse me. And that pitch is going to get away from Johnson behind the plate, and Dodge is going to be able to come home safely without any contest. So that clears the bases. A run scores for the Fremont Moo. That is one area that the Squatch are trying to definitely work on. A few wild pitches here and there, keeping the ball in front of them, as there have been plenty of pitches to hit the backstop, to get away from the catcher, forcing a lot of runs from these different teams that the Squatch have played so far to come home. As Azpilicueta is able to foul that one off. So a 2-2 count. Fremont Moo lead 1-0 here in the top of the first with 1 out. And the 2-2 from Hosteller, as that one is just a bit high for ball 3. Count runs full. Talked to Jack earlier, and he told me that he has 2 things that he's working on today, and that is throwing as hard as he can and trusting in his pitches. That one is fouled back. And if you know anything about Jack, if you've ever met him, that is the most accurate response of something he would say. He doesn't want to reveal his bag of tricks, but he's looking to go deep in today's contest against the Moo. Would be very helpful as the Squatch start a series against the Nebraska Prospects immediately tomorrow and going into Sunday. As Nico takes that ball low for ball 4. So now a base runner on first. And still 1 out. And a 1-0 ball game favoring the Moo. And Zach Samayoa batting in the 4-hole tonight and playing left field. Maybe he'll put one on the ground here. Would be nice. So in that game 2, before game 3 was rained out, Jack Hostetler was able to pitch on the mound, had a very impressive appearance. Unfortunately, turning into a hard luck loss in his last start against the Moo, giving up 6 runs, 5 of them being earned runs over 6 innings. But do not let that fool you. Hostetler was absolutely dealing through the first 6, only allowing 3 runs and fanning 8 in the process. The Moo had no answer, as Samayoa takes a big hack at that one. 1-2 count. It wasn't until the 7th inning when Coach Gardner decided to take him back out there and try his luck. So Jack ran into some trouble after being sent back out for the 7th and left the game with bases loaded. And with a call to the bullpen, the Moo were able to take advantage of the bullpen from there, clearing the bases for a 7-run 7th. And that is where obviously the majority of Hostetler's runs came into play. So obviously he's looking for a little better luck tonight in his second look at this Fremont offense. He throws hard. And as we just said, the Moo were unable to catch up with him for the most part throughout his first 6 innings. Obviously, Kanan Dodge squared up on one to lead off the inning. But Jack now just a strike away from retiring Samayoa, the 2-2. Just a bit upstairs, ball 3. So just the second start, although this is his 4th appearance. Jack's first 2 were out of the bullpen, as that one is fouled back. Aspelcueta tried stealing second, thought about it, but unable to because of the foul ball. Heads back to first. So through his first 3 appearances, he has an ERA over 6, but that number is obviously very inflated. Do not be fooled, he is throwing very well. And a swing and a miss just like that. A prime example of the hard-throwing Hostetler. First out, number 2. Samayoa unable to catch up to that one. And Ian Graff stepping up, batting 5th, the catcher. Ian Graff has been mashing home runs so far in the early season, 7 to be exact. Takes that for a called strike. Graff batting .375. And the pitch, and that one is going to be out and find a gap into left center as Carson Green rushes over to it, and he's not able to pick up the ball, tries to throw it back, and that is going to hold Aspelcueta at third, and that'll be another stand-up double for Ian Graff. So not a homer, but still hit very hard out to left center. And Jason Axelberg, the right fielder, stepping in. So Hostetler looking to get out of this early inning jam and keep this score 1-0. Let the Squatch Bats do some work. If you've heard Axelberg's name, you were probably not wrong. He played in both Game 1 and Game 2. Axelberg was in left field in Game 1 and was on the mound for Game 2. And tonight, folks, he's playing in right field. As he took that first for a strike, fouls that one back. Hostetler is ahead 0-2 with 2 outs and runners on second and third. So Coach Shea for the Fremont Moo, definitely giving plenty of opportunities in just Axelberg's second day playing with the Moo. This will be his third straight game in a third different position. Hosteller shakes off Johnson's sign, finds something he likes, and the 1-2. Axelberg's able to hold off. So the even count, 2-2. As that one is lifted high, fly ball. That's going to be a very lazy one for Johnny McHenry for out number 3. So 1 run crosses for the Fremont Moo. But Hosteller able to escape some trouble as the Squatch Bats are looking to wake up and get back to work for a second consecutive game. Fremont Moo are up 1-0. Hopefully not for long. You're watching Squatch Baseball. We'll be right back with you.
Human Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Joining you back here in the bottom of the first, Squatch Nation. We are so glad to have you here with us on a beautiful night for some baseball in this third game of the series between the Sasquatch and the Moo. Fremont currently leads 1-0. As we head to the bottom of the first, hopefully not for long, as Johnny McHenry doing a few practice swings, readying to step in the box for his first look at the pitcher for Fremont, Brody Sintek, number 22. As we said earlier, yesterday had plenty of offense to come around. But seeing the numbers from Brody Sintek and the pitcher, Jack Hosteller, for the Sasquatch, it could go either way. Could be a very defensive game, as that one is grounded over to Aspelqueta, but Sintek is going to step on the bag right before Johnny reaches for out number 1. So a quick 2-pitch at bat against McHenry for a quick out number 1, and Ryan Bachman stepping up. Sintek in his second appearance so far of the year, facing off against Bachman for the first time of the night. A bit inside, ball 1. Syntec has a 1.28 ERA. Obviously, after just one appearance, small sample size, but he did pitch 7 innings of 1-run ball in a tough luck 7-5 loss to the North Platte Plainsmen last week. Both pitchers on the mound tonight. They throw hard and they throw well. They have good command of the strike zone. And I spoke too soon potentially on that one. That one gets away from Syntec. Right behind Ryan. So it could be a pitcher's duel. That'll be exciting to see. And that one, once again inside. Hits Ryan Bachman. And he'll take his base with Gabe Springer stepping up. So the Moose struck first after a double from Kane and Dodge to lead off the inning, and then a wild pitch that let him score from third to home plate. And as we said earlier, with retaliation, the Squatch offense has done a great job of that, especially last night. Their best offensive performance to date. Maybe a perfect opportunity to strike back in the bottom of the first. And never a comfortable at-bat against the man in the box, Gabe Springer. Bit of a slow start for his year and his summer as he takes a big cut at that one. A 1-1 count. Springer headed to Stanford in the fall. Has one of the prettiest swings I've ever seen. And it will not be a good day when he squares up on one of your pitches. As that one is grounded over to second base, and they're going to try to turn double play, but unable to do so as Bachman slides into second. He will be out for out number 2. So try to turn that 4-6-3. Unable to do so in time. And Carson Green, the center fielder for the Sasquatch. Green, the junior right-handed hitter from Kennewick, Washington, plays at MSU Billings. And with the exception of one game, he has played nowhere but center field. He is the primary guy for this Sasquatch team, and he has done a great job on the defensive end. So a called strike from Syntec. Sets it up at 1-1 with 2 outs and Springer on first. And the pitch, as that one is grounded over to short. And Borgagna with the easy feed over to Kane and Dodge for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Squatch are retired early. But that's okay as Jack Hosteller takes the mound once more. Moo ahead 1-0. We'll be right back.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice strike.
Yeah, it blows my mind.
So back here in the top of the second, as the Sasquatch are currently down 1-0 to start the inning. We're glad you're here and joining us. I am Win Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch. It is a beautiful night as we begin the second inning of play. And Matt Spear, the 7-spot hitter for the Moo, and DHing tonight after he played catcher last night. I tell you what, this Fremont team has plenty of depth. You've seen many of these guys in the first 2 games of that doubleheader yesterday playing all around the diamond and in the outfield. As Hosteller fires, and that one is going to be hit directly to Ryan Bachman, and the toss over to first for out number 1. So Spear is retired quickly, and Austin Baskin, the third baseman, ready for his first look against Jack. So 2 hits, 1 run for the Moo at this point in time. And that ball was thrown a bit inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 turns to 2-0. So Hosteller was unable to strike out anybody in the first inning, but so far, heading into his 4th appearance, he has already struck out 16. Pretty decent number. And he is not afraid to blow it past anybody. So the 2-1 to Baskin. Fouls that one back. In fact, before that 7th inning, those 6 innings of work for Jack, some of the best work we've seen from a Sasquatch pitcher so far this season. And the 2-2, fouled back once more. So as you're trying to focus on the game, you might be distracted by a few characters behind home plate walking around, as that one is called strike 3. Baskin is retired, and there is the first K of the night for Mr. Hosteller. Just in time for the 9-hole hitter, Ty Borgano, the shortstop. So a good battle back from the 2-0 to strike Austin Baskin out. That one gets behind Johnson. So Borgano in his 6th game played for the Fremont Moo from Long Beach State, or plays for Long Beach State University from Chino Hills, California. Facing Jack Hosteller with the 1-1, and that one is grounded back to Bachman again, and the throw over to first for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Jack Hosteller, and the Squatch Bats are going back to work here in the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with you.
When you venture to spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second. Here come the Sasquatch as Trey Vorwald ready for his first look at Brody Sintek on the mound for the Moo. This will be a great matchup here as Vorwald takes that for strike one. So Sintek obviously can throw hard, but not afraid to pitch to contact either, as the off speed fools Trey for strike two. So Sintek way ahead of Vorwald, 0-2. No one out. The pitch. Way up high, ball one. So as we saw, just in the top of the second, Jack Hosteller blowing it by Austin Baskin. And that one is pulled foul down the left field line, hitting the fence of the Moo bullpen. So Vorwald staying alive, 1-2. So Jack's had an impressive day so far. Same could be said for Brody Sintek, obviously, very early on. But outside of the exception of Ryan Bachman hitting him earlier, he's been in control, as you just saw him strike out Trey Vorwald for the first out of the inning. And the six-hole hitter, Harrison Clark. Quite the character and the first baseman for the Sasquatch. Very capable of putting a charge into one. We've seen that plenty already. And the pitch for ball one. So Sintek's had plenty of experience outside of summer league ball. He is a Fremont native, so obviously not too far from home considering he plays in his hometown. Pitched for Fremont High School as he helped them win 2 state championships during his time. So he is not afraid of the big stage. The sophomore attends Wayne State University. And obviously with his first appearance, going 7 innings. You gotta hope that won't be the same here, as Clark lines that one over to third. And the throw over to first for the second out. And that ball slowed significantly as it headed over to third. But Baskin is still able to throw in time for out number 2. And now the designated hitter for your Squatch, Drew Biggerstaff. Number 30, you saw him in game 1 of the doubleheader against the Moo yesterday. Put the ball in play with bases loaded, drove in a run. And also a great game behind the plate. So you love to see that dual production, especially from a guy who just played his first game and now playing his second tonight. And the 1-1. That one is hit over to short for out number 3. So, another quick 1-2-3. As Sintek does not seem to be phased on the mound so far. We head to the top of the third.
For summer at the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City. Trade-in values are at an all-time high, and there's never been a better time to buy. With over 400 vehicles on location, you're guaranteed to find the right ride to take you into summer. And while you're here, make sure to sign up to win some great summer gear, like a Rice Honda side-by-side, Black Hills Fireplace Traeger smoker, a variety of gift certificates, and more. Come by and check out a great selection of vehicles and summer gear at any of the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City and at menholdsummer.com.
And welcome back, Squatch Nation, here in the top of the third inning. Not sure if you just saw that on the broadcast. We did just have a mascot dance battle, part of Mascot Night, as Samson the Sasquatch was out there battling Sparty, the Spartan, for Spearfish High School. And there were a bunch of random fruits dancing around, sponsoring and representing Tropical Smoothie Cafe. There was a watermelon doing the worm behind home plate. Definitely an interesting half inning. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, is if you're trying to focus on the game and you see an interesting character walk behind home plate, hanging around in the crowd, it is most likely a mascot, as we have about 8 to 10 of them representing different regions close to and around Spearfish. Surprisingly, the Fremont Moo mascot did not show up for Mascot Night. I guess he didn't feel like getting shown up by our very own Samson the Sasquatch. But enough of the dance contest. We are back here in the top of the third as Hosteller is back for another inning of work. As he throws that first pitch to the leadoff hitter, Kanan Dodge, who had some luck with a stand-up double his first time around. And that one is going to stay fair right down the first base line for out number one. Dodge didn't seem to run out of the box on that one. Wasn't sure if it was going to go fair or not. So a quick first out here in the top of the third for Jack as Evan Rowe, the center fielder, steps in. And the pitch to Rowe, fouled back behind us. As we said earlier, this Fremont Moo lineup is nothing to mess with. You never want to give them opportunities with runners on. They know how to capitalize and make the opposing team pay. The Squatch experienced that firsthand in game one, but were able to give them some of their own medicine in game two. As Rowe, the beer batter tonight, is down 0-2. If he strikes out here, everyone gets a discount on their beer. And that is a big deal. The 0-2. A bit low. You gotta imagine there's a little pressure on Jack on the mound, trying to get a discount for everybody. Rowe 6 for 18 with a homer and 2 runs driven in to start his summer campaign. And the 1-2. Hit high and foul. Well over the concession stand. So we'll try again. The pitch. Did he go? And no, he was safe. Home plate peeled over to first, but apparently Rowe did not go. He thought about it, it was close. But it'll remain and it'll become 2-2. So let's see what Hosteller goes with here. And that one is going to be grounded right back to Jack. He does a lazy throw over to Harrison Clark for out number 2. So no strikeout, but an out nonetheless. Squatch will take that. Great reflexes there from Jack. And Nico Aspelqueta stepping back in for his second time. And the 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss. So the Moo are up 1-0 after 2 hits so far through 2. But Jack has remained true to what he was wanting to do before this game, attacking the strike zone. As Aspelqueta takes that one for strike 2. Not being afraid. To attack the zone and attack these hitters directly. And relying on that defense behind him. So the 0-2 to Aspelqueta. And that one is going to get away from Johnson. And while the infield for the Sasquatch is a great one at that, they have had their defensive struggles so far in the early season. Last night alone in the 4th inning, the Squatch totaled 4 errors in that inning. And the 1-2 as that one is hit high and deep out towards center field. Green backtracking, but going to catch it close to the warning track for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 from Jack as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Squatch bats are looking to get hot.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. We'll keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Yeah, it keeps getting better.
Back here in the 3rd inning as the sun's beginning to go down, shaded by a few clouds here and there. Much needed after the sun was blazing just an hour ago. Feels great now. 71 degrees as the bottom part of the order for the Sasquatch steps in, 8-hole hitter Andrew Johnson. As he hits that one, and he's going to hit it straight over to short for out number 1. A quick first out for Syntec. That ball was on the ground. Borgano gathered cleanly and threw over for the first out. And now a hitter who you love to see in the 9 spot for an offense, Cam Hoyland, the right fielder. So just as you saw Jason Axelberg for the Moo on the mound last night, Cam Hoyland did a bit of the same, and he pitched well. Maybe he can turn 1-1 here. The 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1. And the 1-1, taken outside for ball 2. So far this year, the Spearfish Sasquatch are batting .206 as a team. A trend that they are obviously looking to change. They know that that needs to improve. And the Fremont Moo are batting .304 collectively as a team with 12 players on their roster. That is 12, you've heard it correctly, who are batting above 300 to start the year. And Cam puts a charge into that one out towards right field, and the right fielder is going to stumble, and that is going to be gone for a home run. Couldn't see it, but that is the first home run of the year for the Sasquatch in Black Hills Energy Stadium, all thanks and courtesy of Mr. Cam Hoyland. Squatch tie this ball game 1-1. Man, we've been waiting for one. And these Squatch batters have been talking about it. They've been trying to light a fire in this offense by hitting one deep, and Cam Hoyland just went yard. As we said, we love seeing him in the 9-hole because he can do things like that. And the bad news for Syntec, he has to turn it over to Johnny McHenry, who leads off this lineup for the Sasquatch. And the 1-1 to Johnny. Bit outside, ball 2. So all odds are off as Cam Hoyland evens this ball game 1-1. And that one is going to be hit straight to Borgano. Fires over to first for out number 2. So Syntec pitching to contact has seen just that with these Sasquatch hitters. Squatch aren't striking out. They're seeing the ball well, putting it in play, giving their offense a chance. And Bachman, the on-base percentage leader for this team. But man, you had to believe that felt great for Cam. As that one is pulled foul. Hitting coach Logan Lottie making a great attempt to catch it, but unable to do so. So now Syntec ahead of Bachman 0-2. The pitch and a swing and a miss on a very nice pitch from Syntec to end the inning, but not before Cam Hoyland hits a moonshot to right center. The right fielder fell, but it didn't matter because that ball was gone. And that's the way to energize that lineup. The Squatch bats are officially back and better than ever. Can't wait to see what we do tonight. We head to the top of the 4th, all tied up 1-1. Welcome back with us here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Heading off the top of the fourth inning, tied 1-1. After an absolute blast, a no-doubter from Cam Hoyland, batting in the 9 spot tonight. Put a charge into that one, just as I predicted. And Hostetler back on the mound for the fourth inning, and that one is going to get over Bachman and go into right center. Carson Green cutting that one off. And a great job of keeping Zach Samayoa at first after he ambushed Hostetler's pitch. So one pitch and a single to start off this fourth inning. And Ian Graff, the 5-hole hitter. And with his 7 home runs to date, never a fun hitter to face with runners on. And that one is going to be grounded, but foul down the third base line. Couldn't tell from up here. And Springer throws that back. Gabe Springer manning the hot corner again tonight after playing third in game 2 last night and playing third a lot in that series at Fremont. You've seen him in the outfield and now at third. Talked to him earlier, he's really enjoying his time there. And he's done a great job. And a called strike for strike 2, a 1-2 count against Ian Graff. And we have Samson the Sasquatch right in front of us. The 1-2 called out on strikes. Ian Graff is sat down after a beauty of a pitch from Jack Hostetler for the first out of the inning. So there's another strikeout for Jack through 3 1/3. As that one is going to drop in for a strike against Jason Axelberg. And after that shot from Cam Hoyland just a few moments ago, I was focused on Axelberg falling over and right. That I was distracted from the ball going over the right center field wall. But what a beauty. That was the example of retaliation that this team is looking for, as they're doing it for a second game in a row. And the pitch, Johnson does a great job of keeping that ball in front of him, making sure that Samayoa does not go anywhere. So 1 run on 3 hits. In this top of the third inning. And a 1-2 count to Axelberg. And that one is going to be hit to Johnny for a 6-4-3 double play if he turns it, and he does. So we've been looking for one of them, and Jack Hostetler gets it. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, still tied at 1.
All Balanced Bookkeeping, located right here in Spearfish, is your go-to place for all of your bookkeeping needs. Serving Spearfish for over 2 years, we have over 30 years of bookkeeping experience and can take care of any office tasks, large or small. Contact us now to get in touch with one of our many experienced bookkeepers.
Coming to you live from the bottom of the 4th inning here at Black Hills Energy as Gabe Springer steps into the box for another look at Brady Sintek. Fires that one for a strike. Folks, we have a tie ball game here after Cam Hoyland's beautiful home run last inning. And the Squatch Bats looking to break through, take a lead and win potentially their first series of the season. And wouldn't that be nice to win it in front of your home crowd? The 1-1 to Springer. And that one is hit high and way foul. And that ball's going to bounce over into the party deck. There's about 15 kids run over, trying to get that foul ball. For a Squatch buck, they can use at the concession stands. Very valuable. So the 1-2 to Springer again. Way outside for ball 2. Ian Graff with his long outstretched arms able to get to a lot of wilder pitches. And that one is going to be hit over the head of the second baseman and drop into right field for a leadoff single. So Gabe Springer gets the inning going, and Carson Green. A man who has been long due to just belt one. Talked about it a bit yesterday. Carson Green had some bad luck in Fremont, hitting missiles left and right, but none of them leaving the park as he hits over to second, and they're going to turn the 4-6-3 double play, and that is a quick 2 outs. But they're trying to determine, looks like there is going to be some talk over here. Springer not sure if he stayed. And Springer's still on the base, so it appears that the shortstop was unable to keep his foot on the bag on the turn over to first. So Springer is safe. My apologies. Looked like a routine double play, but luckily, Borgagno was unable to keep his foot on the bag, so now Gabe Springer in scoring position with Trey Vorwald. A great contact hitter. So, first pitch of the at-bat, runs for a ball. Vorwald 11 for 33. 0 for 1 tonight, but 11 for 33 on the season. So that translates to .333 batting average. As Springer is trying to steal third and not in time as Ian Graff fires over to third base bag. And Springer wasn't very close. Talking to Coach Tanner Hill last night, he said that he is looking to be even more aggressive on the base paths today and for the coming weeks of this season, as obviously the Sasquatch have seen plenty of that against them. And that one is going to be grounded foul down third base. Baskin a great job of tracking that one down in case it somehow went fair. Obviously it didn't. 4 strike 2. So now a 1-2 count to Vorwald. No one on after Springer was tagged out just a few moments ago. The pitch. Called strike 3 right down the hatch. Vorwald is retired on strikes. So we will go to the top of the 5th inning. Your score still tied 1-1. We'll be right back.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Top of the fifth, we welcome you here as Matt Spear for the Fremont Moose steps in and tied ball game 1-1 with Jack Hosteller back on the mound for his fifth inning of work. Looking to continue that success after a bit of a jam in the first, giving up 1 run after a leadoff double from second baseman Kanan Dodge. He has not let many runners on at all through his next 3 innings. Hoping to continue that success in the fifth. So Spear, after catching game 2, the designated hitter tonight. From San Clemente, California, attends San Jose State University. With a 1-1 count against Jack Hostetler. And the pitch, swing and a miss. A beauty. So Jack really working on 3 pitches so far during the summer season. His fastball, his changeup, and the knuckle slider. As a swing and a miss, and Spear is going to run out to first, and Johnson throws just in time as Clark puts his foot on the bag for out number 1. So excited to see more of that knuckle slider. He told me earlier he only throws about 10% of the time. But it's a beauty when thrown right. So 3 hits, 1 run for the Fremont Moo. And Austin Baskin, the third baseman, hitting in the 8th spot with 1 out and no one on here in the top of the 5th. And breaks his bat as that is going to be a soft ball on the ground over from Springer to Clark for the 2nd out. Great awareness from Gabe, rushing that one, charging and throwing over in time to retire Baskin for out number 2. And Ty Borgano, the shortstop, steps in after 2 very quick outs for Jack Hostetler. Hostetler, excuse me. Really have to put the emphasis on the T in between. And the 2-out pitch. Borgano shows bunt. Unable to get it for strike 1. And the pitch, hit upstairs for ball 1. As we told you earlier, it is mascot night here in Spearfish, South Dakota, as these mascots are running rampant. And that one is going to be right back from the glove of Hostetler. And Johnny McHenry rushes that one and thought he had it in time, as apparently, according to the umpire, Borgano beat it out. Looked a bit different from up here, but I'm not one to argue. I get calls wrong all the time. That one was deflected. Hosteller got just a bit of that one off his glove. Slowed it down in time for McHenry to charge and throw over to first. But Borgogno called safe at the end of the play. So now 1 on, 2 outs with the top of the lineup coming back around. Kanan Dodge, who had that leadoff double and accounts for the 1 run for the Moo tonight. So now 63 pitches for Jack through 4 2/3. And that one is hit high, and that is going to be a can of corn for the center fielder, Mr. Green, for out number 3. So after that questionable play over at first, Hosteller does not worry about it and gets a fly ball on the next pitch. So a nice quick inning for Jack as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Squatch are looking to open it up here and take the lead. You're watching Squatch Baseball. So joining us back here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Harrison Clark stepping up to the plate. The 6, 7, 8 hitters for your Sasquatch. Ready to drive a few home here against the pitcher Syntec. As Clark takes that one for strike 1. And the 0-1 hit hard out towards center field. And that one is going to be caught by Evan Rowe. So both pitchers, as I warned earlier in the broadcast, this could potentially be a pitcher's duel, and obviously at least through 4 innings. And the top of the 5th, it is looking to be just that. Both pitchers surrendering 1 run, but keeping it there. Silencing each offense. And hopefully Syntec's luck does not last too much longer, with Andrew Johnson batting in the 8th spot. And an 0-1 count to Johnson. Takes that one for a strike. Excuse me, Drew Biggerstaff. The designated hitter, Johnson after him. The 0-2. And hits that one cleanly, but straight to the pitcher. Syntec throws over to Aspoqueta for out number 2. So now Andrew Johnson stepping up to the plate. So 1 run and 2 hits for the Squatch to this point. After an absolute offensive shootout in game 1 and 2, this one has lived up to the billing. As AJ takes strike 1. So 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the 5th. Johnson takes that one a bit outside. 4-1. There are hardly any clouds in the sky. It is a beautiful night for some baseball. Couldn't ask for much better during the summer here in South Dakota. Especially with the backdrop of the mountains surrounding us, it is a beautiful sight to see. We hope you're able to make it out for a couple of games this summer. And Johnson just gets a piece of that one for strike 2. So a bit of a delay here. With no one on, the 2-2 and 2 outs to Andrew Johnson. Puts that one on the ground, but straight to Borgano as he fires over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. We have mascots headed out on the field in between as we head to the top of the 6th. So I'll have to update you what goes on with that, but we'll be right back with you as Hosteller will be right back out here on the mound. So here in the top of the 6th inning, joining you here, I am Win Andrews, the voice of the Sasquatch. And we are watching a beautiful pitching battle between both the starting pitchers for the Moo and the Sasquatch. Your Sasquatch pitcher, Jack Hostetler. 1 run given up and only 3 hits surrendered through the first 5 as he heads deep into the 6th. This is exactly what the Sasquatch need. After another 3-game series starting tomorrow against the Prospects. And Jack pitching his arm off. And facing off against the beer batter for the day, Evan Rowe. Once more, he has not struck out yet. You will be able to tell if he has based on the cheering from the crowd. If Rowe is to hypothetically strike out here against Hosteller, a very real possibility. The crowd gets a huge discount on their beer for today's game, but he will be unable to do so again as that one is lifted out into right field and it is going to drop. Somehow a huge bloop single for Evan Rowe. That is just truly unlucky. Do not know how that one dropped right off. Seemed like he jammed him. And just a high fly ball that no one was able to get to in time. As Bachman, Hoyland, and Clark all raced in there at once, unable to get to it. So a leadoff single for Evan Rowe. And Nico Aspelqueta, the 3-spot hitter from St. Mary's. Hosteller fires back. Does not want Evan Rowe to go anywhere. So a leadoff runner for the first time in a while for Hostetler, and that one is hit hard, but not hard enough as Green takes a few steps back and is able to retire Aspelqueta. So now 1 on 1 out after a quick out made on Nico. The lineup turns to Zach Samayoa, the left fielder. So the pitch, that one is grounded straight to Springer. Springer fires over to Bachman, and Bachman to Clark for the 5-4-3 double play. That's how you get out of the inning. We've seen already one of those today, and we just saw another. Great work by Hostetler in that infield. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Squatch still tied 1-1. We are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, nearing the 8 o'clock hour, Mountain Time. So we are getting a beautiful view of this scenery, the sun going down to the right of us here in the booth. And a fun matchup between the Moo and the Sasquatch to show for it, an absolute pitching duel. Jack Hostetler just finished the top of the 6th with an inning-ending double play. And Brody Sintek for the Moo is right behind him. It's been a constant battle of trying to one-up each other, and we've been enjoying it the entire time. As this ball game is still tied 1-1. And that one is a bit outside for ball 1. And the man of the hour, Cam Hoyland, who just launched one over right center in the bottom of the 3rd to even this game up. Looking to do some more of that magic, maybe repeat it here. Takes that one outside. Ball 2. So count runs even now, 2-2, no one on, no one out. And the 2-2, outside again. Squatch have done a great job offensively, taking their time at the plate, not just trying to swing at everything they see, not taking big hacks, but when they need to. And unfortunately, Hoyland caught out on strikes there as a fastball down the middle. Couldn't do much about that one. Very nice pitch from Brody Sintek. So Hoyland down on strikes for out number 1, and Johnny McHenry, the leadoff hitter. And Sintek readies for a swing and a miss, strike 1. So only 2 hits, with obviously the 1 run being the dinger from Hoyland. McHenry takes that one for a strike. And Syntec ahead 0-2. And the pitch, and that one is lifted out towards left field, and it might drop. And somehow, some way, it just does not. Ty Borgano with an incredible play. Are you kidding me? Goodness gracious. So, Borgano with an absolutely incredible play out in the shallow infield, or shallow outfield, excuse me. Stretches out for a great overhead catch from Johnny McHenry for out number 2. And Ryan Bachman now takes that one for strike 1. So the doubleheader yesterday proved it for the Moo. This is a team who obviously can hit the ball very well, which adds even more success to Jack Hostetler dealing tonight, but also defensively, as Bachman hits that one foul. Left field, center field, right field, the 7-8-9 has been incredible for the Moo in the first 3 games, and the only 3 games of this series. But not to take away defensively from this infield for the Moo either. Making some great plays. Lots of bloop shots that seemed like they were getting down until the very last second. Somehow, some way, these Moo players being able to take advantage and make some incredible catches. So now the 1-2 to Bachman. A bit off the plate for ball 2. Syntec wanted that one badly. So Bachman readies on the 2-2 from Syntec. And that one is grounded hard over to third, but Baskin fires over. And an incredible play from Aspelqueta, being able to dig that one out of the dirt for an almost errant throw. So Bachman retired as another inning goes by for Brady Syntec. Both starting pitchers through 6. We'll see if Hostetler comes out for the top of the 7th. Wouldn't expect anything else, and yes, he is. We'll be right back with you in a couple of minutes. Squatch all tied up 1-1 with the Moo.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
And we welcome you back here in the top of the 7th inning with the starting pitcher for your Sasquatch, Jack Hostetler. Absolutely dealing through 6. Fires that one in for a strike against the leadoff hitter for the inning. And the 0-1 count taken for strike 2. We just did the YMCA at the end of the 6th inning. People are feeling it. This is a great crowd for a Friday night game, as that one is going to be lifted shallow center, and that will drop in front of Carson Green for a leadoff single. So that was Ian Graff to start off the inning with a hit out towards Carson Green. And now Jason Axelberg, the man on the mound last night and now at the plate, as he hits that one hard out towards left field. And Trey Vorwald at the warning track, able to track that down and throw it back to Johnny McHenry. And Ian Graff thought that one had a chance at dropping all the way basically further than halfway down the first, down towards second. Makes a quick run back to first. Vorwald was all over that one. And an excellent route out in left field to track it down in time, because it was hit hard from Axelberg. So now 1 on, 1 out. Hosteller throws back. Got to keep Graff honest. Now the 7-hole hitter, Matt Spear, the designated hitter. And down the hatch for strike 1 against Spear. As we said earlier, the switch hitter from San Jose State University. A good hitter. Fouls that one back. A few people move out of the way. Always fun when it is fouled directly back into the protective netting. Always sure to scare somebody. One person who isn't scared is Jack Hosteller, ahead 0-2. That one is fouled back. So Graff still staying put at first, stepping straight on the bag, making sure he does not step off. Now he does. Couple of feet. And Hosteller looking to finish off Matt Spear with the 0-2. Dials him up. What a day so far for Jack Hostetler. So Matt Spear called out on strikes with one fired straight in the zone. A beautiful pitch from Jack for out number 2. So after a leadoff single from Ian Graff, 2 straight retired. And now Hosteller looking to finish off this top of the 7th against third baseman Austin Baskin. What a home series it has been so far. Obviously, after the doubleheader yesterday, it's been quick 3 games all put together, but a great showing from our home crowd for all 3. And that one is lifted high behind us. And that is the beauty of baseball. After both teams scoring 11 in each of their respective wins in Game 1 and Game 2, this game is tied at 1-all in the top of the 7th. And the 0-2 to Baskin, fouled down third base. And what a fun game this has been so far. And what a fast game it's been. I think that's been an underrated topic of discussion. This game is flying by. The 0-2 to Baskin, and that one is going to drop into right field. Hoyland cuts it off, so now there are runners on first and second. After Baskin squares that one up. So 2 on, 2 out now for Jack. With the 9-hole hitter Ty Borgano, the shortstop. So the second hit of the night for Austin Baskin. Having a good night so far after joining the Fremont mood this series. And that one is going to be grounded directly to McHenry. McHenry fires over to Bachman for out number 3. And that's about as routine as it gets. Hosteller's as cool as a cucumber out there on the mound. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Squatch are looking to pull through and break through with a lead. We'll see what they can do. You're watching Squatch Baseball. We'll be right back. So welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning as your Spearfish Sasquatch looking to break through and take the first lead of the game and potentially run away with a series win against this very good Fremont Moo baseball team. And Gabe Springer looking to give them that chance, leading off the bottom of the 7th against Brody Sintek. In his 7th inning of work, these pitchers, as I said earlier, just trying to one-up each other this entire game, going back and forth. And Sintek has been exceptional as well through the first 6. We'll see how he fares in the 7th. In one of his first 3-0 counts of the game, he has been incredibly in control, attacking the strike zone. But you have to imagine he's probably getting a little bit tired out there. Drops that one in for a strike 1 to Springer. So the 3-1 to Gabe. And that one is hit foul. We just finished the 7th inning stretch as the kids ran the bases with the mascots. Always something going on here at Black Hills Energy. And hopefully a win tonight. The 3-2 to Springer in the dirt for ball 4. So Springer takes his base with center fielder Carson Green stepping in. 1 on, no outs. So only 2 hits for the Sasquatch, being held to only 2. And 1 run to show for it with Hoyland's home run in the 3rd inning. 7 hits for the Moo, but only 1 run to show for it. Hostetler has kept them very much so at bay. As that one is taken a bit outside for ball 1. So after Ian Graff led off last inning, or the top of the 7th, excuse me, with a leadoff single, and then eventually having runners on 1st and 2nd, the Squatch are trying to reciprocate that here. And that one is going to drop and find a gap into right center. And Springer is going to wheel his way around to 3rd. Runners on the corners, and Carson Green wanted that one, my friends. That's got to feel good. Put a charge into it, and it found a gap in right center. So now, no outs, runners on 1st and 3rd. Things are getting interesting here. So a leadoff walk to Springer, and now a single from Carson Green and Trey Vorwald. Perhaps the best hitter during that Fremont series for the Sasquatch in Omaha has another chance here at home, as that one is taken for a strike. 0-1 to Trey. So Sintek run into his biggest trouble of the night. Vorwald fouls that one back. It has been a battle, and it's been gritty to say the least. As Cam Hoyland waving to me from the dugout. Hello. But we got bigger things to worry about here. The 0-2 to Vorwald. Grounds that one foul. So we'll try it again with the 0-2 count. Hoyland has to feel pretty good, obviously, after that shot. The first of the year for the Sasquatch in Black Hills Energy Stadium. And the 3rd of the year. So the 0-2 count here to Vorwald with runners on the corners. And Sintek's pitch. And Vorwald smartly hangs back to make the count 1-2. 366 total tonight in attendance on this beautiful Friday night. As this home crowd, the Squatch Nation, is waiting to watch their team pull through. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss as that ball is going to get away. And Green is going to move up smartly off of the first base bag. He was ready to steal, and he does with the ball in the dirt on the swinging strike 3 from Trey Vorwald. So now runners on second and third, 1 out, but that does eliminate the double play, at least the traditional double play. And someone that you would love to see in this situation, Mr. Harrison Clark, number 28, the first baseman. A great situational hitter. Hoping he can put it into play against Syntec here. Drive 1 or 2, maybe 3 home. And that one is way outside for ball 1. As we said earlier, Ian Graff behind the plate has been great. Preventing many pitches from finding the backstop, keeping those balls in front of them. It is 8:12 Mountain Time. This game started at 6:35. We are already in the bottom of the 7th. That one is hit out. That is hard out towards center field, and a diving grab is going to drop as Springer comes home. And now Green on third and Clark on first. That's the situational hitting you're looking for. Your Spearfish Sasquatch have a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Great piece of hitting by Clark. So Drew Biggerstaff, with bases loaded yesterday, drove in a run for the Squatch, hoping to put it in play again with runners still at first and third. And there are 2 pitchers in the Moo bullpen. It's looking to be the end of the line tonight for Brody Syntec through 6 1/3 of excellent work. The Sasquatch, though, the offense, the bats are getting hot, and they're starting to play some baseball. And it's appearing that that'll be the end of the day for Brody. As it appears they are giving them some time on the mound. And my apologies, obviously I never know exactly what is happening on the mound. Could only have guessed, but they will be keeping Brody in. They want to see if he can finish the inning for him. Why not? Well deserved after 6 1/3 so far. Pitching a gem for the Moo, but now pitching from behind. With Drew Biggerstaff, the designated hitter for tonight. Runners on first and third. That one is hit a mile or 2 high into shallow infield. And that one is going to be caught by second baseman Kanan Dodge for out number 2. So runners still on the corners after no one is able to advance, obviously, off of the infield fly. And Andrew Johnson looking for potentially his first big knock of the season. I know Carson Green on third is itching to get home. And with his speed, I wouldn't blame him. Squatch are up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as that one is taken for a called strike against AJ. Cam Hoyland lurking in the on-deck circle, as he is batting 9th tonight. You best believe that Syntec is trying to attack AJ directly. He doesn't want to see Hoyland again with bases loaded. As we have Sparty the Spartan from Spearfish High School coming around, hanging out with the crowd. What an animated night, and a swing and a miss, but a foul tip off the bat for the 0-2 to stay the same. Runners on the corners, first and third. Green on third, Clark on first, and AJ looking to put it in play with 2 outs. And the pitch graces the outer edge of the zone. Centec excited about that one as he heads to the dugout, but not before the Sasquatch strike for their first lead of the night as they head to the top of the 8th, 2-1. Folks, this is quite the game. We are glad that you were here joining us. I'm Wayne Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch. You are watching Squatch Baseball. We'll be right back with you.
If the Sasquatch hit a grand slam, you're going home with $10,000. We're going to cheer you on.
Alrighty, folks, it's about that time for Papa Murphy's frisbee throw. Heads up out there.
There we go. We got Bailey and Simon helping out with the frisbees. Papa Murphy's sponsoring this. We appreciate them. Make sure to call Pacific Stainless Products Incorporated for all your metal fabrication and processing needs. Number is 888-618-2122. Thank you to Pacific Stainless Products Incorporated for sponsoring the Sasquatch. Hey, don't forget about the False Bottom. They feature the biggest variety of bar games in all the Northern Hills, whether it's pool, darts, ping pong, shuffleboard, cruise ball, or ringing the ball. They've got something for everyone. Make False Bottom your first stop after the ball game. Are you looking to make home improvements to your house? Look no further than Connect's Home Center. They're located.
And welcome back to the top of the 8th inning as your Sasquatch just took a 2-1 lead after scoring a run in the bottom of the 7th. This has been a pitcher's duel till the end, but Jack Hosteller has not let off the gas just yet. He's looking to go for his 8th inning. The longest start of a Sasquatch pitcher this year as he fires that one in for a strike. So far through 7, he has been in the zone, literally and figuratively. And the 0-1 taken a bit high as Kanan Dodge, the leadoff hitter tonight for the Moo, starting out the inning. And the 1-1 to Kanan. Fouled off down the third base line. So Clark at first, Bachman at second, McHenry at short, and Springer at third. That one is in the dirt. Vorwald, Green, Hoyland from 7, 8, 9. No errors on the board for either team. And as we talked about earlier, being able to acknowledge that, Squatch have played great baseball tonight. They want this series win badly. They're looking to turn this early part of the season around. 3-10 is not where they wanted to be, and they know that. They know they can play much better than 3-10. The 2-2, and that one is hit high out to Green in center field. He is going to be able to get to that one as another shot off of the bat of Kanan Dodge. Finds some grass. So 1 on, no one out. As Hosteller now facing off against Evan Rowe once more. And that one is going to be swung on and hit into right. So now runners on first and second, and that one is going to get past Hoyland. 4 runners to advance to both second and third. So I spoke just a bit too soon. That one will be scored as an error on Hoyland. And the Moo are now in business for Hostetler. Against Hostetler, excuse me. 9 hits now with runners on second and third. And with pitchers in the bullpen for Sasquatch gearing up, it looks like this might potentially be the end of the line for Jack Hostetler tonight. So Nico Azpilcueta will be the next batter up as the mound visit continues. And after the long mound visit, Hostetler smiling, Tanner Hill walking back to the dugout. I just need to quit making assumptions for both of these pitchers tonight. Obviously, after going 7, both of these teams want to see their starting pitchers finish off the inning. Let's see if Hostetler can do that with Azpilcueta up at the plate. And Dodge and Rowe at second and third base with no one out. 84 pitches for Jack to this point, and a swing and a miss from Nico for strike 1. Regardless of outcome, both of these pitchers were on another level today, helping both of their clubs out as the Fremont Moo head back to their home stadium tomorrow for a matchup with the Badlands Big Sticks. We've seen them a couple of times, haven't we? So now Hostetler ahead. Both strikes finding the zone, an 0-2 count ahead of Nico Azpilcueta. And the pitch. And that one is grounded over to Ryan over at second base for out number 1. An incredible dive and grab by Mr. Bachman. Keeps both Dodge and Rowe at second and third. So that's a huge out number 1 in the top of the 8th. And Zach Samayoa, the left fielder. Nine hits now for the Moo. Only 1 run. Hopefully it stays that way. And the 1-out pitch. Taken up for ball 1. What a game this has been to this point. The 1-0 from Jack. Bit high, ball 2. So Hostetler now through 7 1/3 with runners on second and third for a strike. Count now runs 2-1, 1 out. Never a comfortable moment against this Fremont Moo team with runners on. Maybe this won't be one of those moments. The 2-1. That one is lifted out of this park for strike 2. Now Jack, a potential strike away from retiring Samayoa for out 2. But don't let me get ahead of myself. I've done that too many times. Hostetler shakes off Johnson's sign, and he readies for the even count, 2-2. And that one is grounded straight back, and that one, Bachman is going to fall. And McHenry charging in, able to get the throw to Clark in time, but not before a runner scores. Hosteller almost had that one in his glove, which probably would have kept Dodge from coming home from third. But nonetheless, a runner on third now with 2 outs, and this game is still just tied. No lead has been surrendered. Hosteller has been incredible to this point, and they're going to give him the chance to finish it up here in the 8th. So the infield defense has been behind Jack all night. And after a rather sloppy game last night in game 2, have really picked up the pace and been impressive. Not just getting the outs, but getting them impressively. And now Hosteller against Ian Graff once again. He takes that one a big hack, swing and a miss. And the 0-1 to Graff. And that one is hit a mile long out into center, and Green is going to somehow come up with the catch close to the warning track for out number 3. What a play. Didn't look like he was going to get to it for a second, but what an out number 3 by Carson Green, Mr. Center Fielder. Jack Hosteller walks out after 8 innings of work, 2-run ball. What a start for the man from Encinitas, California. So the game is still tied 2-2, but we're looking to break through once more in the bottom of the 8th. We'll see what we can do. Squatch tied 2-2. We'll be right back.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. We'll keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Hey, it keeps getting better.
And welcome back here to Black Hills Energy Stadium in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Fremont Moo just drove a run across, but this game is still tied 2-2. After 8 innings of miraculous work by starting pitcher for the Squatch, Jack Hostetler. The Squatch are looking to take back this lead in the bottom of the 8th as Cam Hoyland, the 9th spot hitter, looking to square up against the new pitcher on the mound. After 7 innings of work from Brody Sintek, is going to be Trey Nichols, who through his warm-up pitches has A nice array of off speed and a good fastball. So the 1-1 to Hoyland. Finds the zone for strike 2. And the funny thing about Trey Nichols is that he was behind the plate yesterday. And now he has a 1-2 count on Cam Hoyland, and he just struck him out for out number 1. Hoyland down on strikes, and Johnny McHenry flips the lineup card over. We start over again. McHenry leading off in almost every game so far this season. Faces Nichols for the first time tonight, and that one is lined down the right field line, and that one is going to be at least a double. McHenry racing around. He's going to keep looking at it, and he is going to stop at second for a stand-up double. And that's what I'm talking about. And the Squatch are right back in scoring position. McHenry on second, 1 out. And Ryan Bachman with an opportunity here to drive in McHenry. Crowd getting into it again. It's so fun to see the Sasquatch team these past few games hitting so well in situations. Situational hitting has been great. Hoping for that to continue here with Ryan Bachman. So Nichols with a good fastball, but McHenry squared up on it. There was no doubt about it. And the 0-1 to Bachman. Swing and a miss. Bachman down on a knee for strike 2. 5 hits now, 2 runs, and an error for the Sasquatch. But this is the quality baseball that you expect to see from your Spearfish Sasquatch all the time. The 0-2 McHenry on second, 1 out. And that one is going to drop into right field, and McHenry is going to hold up as Logan Lottie holds up the stop sign. That ball is going to get away from Aspelqueta for a second, but now situational hitting, 1-0-1, Ryan Bachman gets on first base. McHenry advances to third, runners on the corners in a exact situation that we had last inning. And Gabe Springer so Trey Nichols, 5 innings pitched to this point, 4 strikeouts, has yet to surrender a run. Could this be the inning? To put something on his ERA. And there will be a mound visit now with Nichols, probably trying to figure out their strategy with runners on the corners and Gabe Springer up. Not an easy batter, nowhere near an easy out. He knows how to put it in play. We thank you for tuning in with us tonight in this very fast-moving game after the pitcher's duel that we were discussing. Only 2 hours now, as we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Squatch are looking to pull through. And the fun doesn't stop here on the homestand. We have 3 more, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the traveling Nebraska prospects coming into town. Trying to find some luck against the Squatch. And the pitch to Springer fouls that one back for strike 1. So Nichols, the catcher slash pitcher from Midland University. Throws that one right down the middle, right down Broadway for strike 2. Nice off speed there from Trey. And now the 0-2. Springer looking to put it in play. The pitch. And that one is swung on and hit high out towards the left field line. And that one's going to drop foul. And probably a very smart play by left fielder Zach Samoya. Decides to let it drop foul instead of trying to catch it and contest the run home from McHenry. With Johnny's speed, that is not something you're trying to challenge. So the count remains at 0-2. 1 out, runners on first and third. What a game this has been. Cannot emphasize that enough. Plenty of offense, 9 hits, 6 runs, but a defensive duel, try not to let him cross. Springer trying to change that here. And that one is pulled down the right field line. Right past Jackson Betancourt. And the crowd, all eyes on Gabe Springer. He's not afraid of the moment. The 0-2 once more. And taken upstairs, ball 1. Squatch are always staying patient at the plate, but have done a much better job about knowing when to put it in play, squaring up in the pitches that they like. So the 1-2 from Nichols. He readies and throws. Off of the plate, ball 2. So a 2-2 count now, 1 out. Springer from Boulder, Colorado. One for 2 today. And that one is hit out towards left center. And that is going to be Samoya cutting it off, and Johnny is coming home. And they're going to see, they're going to challenge, and they'll not be in time as Johnny McHenry comes home for the 3rd run of the game, and the Squatch have that lead right back. Great sacrifice fly from Gabe Springer. As they're up 3-2 with Bachman still on first and Carson Green coming up. We talk about the retaliation of this Sasquatch team. Down 1-0 in the first, coming back to hit that home run in the bottom of the 3rd. And then, just as the Moo strike back to tie the game at 2-all in the top of the 8th, Squatch just did it in the bottom to take the lead again. And Nichols with an off speed over the head of Carson Green. And that is what a good baseball team does. Squatch want the series win bad. Green takes that one inside for strike 1, excuse me. And another example of the situational batting we're talking about with Gabe Springer, putting it in play. Very, very deep, so Johnny could come home. And that one is going to be hit foul to Logan Lottie down third base. So now Green 1-2 count against Trey Nichols. Carson 1 for 3. After he was able to advance runners, finding a gap in right center in the bottom of the 7th. But a swing and a miss there, as he doesn't have the same luck against Trey Nichols. But the Squatch still able to take that 1-run lead off of the bat of Gabe Springer, the sac fly, sending Johnny McHenry home. And we are headed to the top of the 9th, potentially the final inning, as Spearfish Sasquatch look to protect this lead against the Fremont Moo in the rubber match of this series. We'll be right back with you.
All Balanced Bookkeeping, located right here in Spearfish, is your go-to place for all of your bookkeeping needs. Serving Spearfish for over 2 years, we have over 30 years of bookkeeping experience and can take care of any office tasks, large or small. Contact us now to get in touch with one of our many experienced bookkeepers.
Squatch lead 3-2, headed to the top of the ninth. 3 more outs for the Sasquatch to get as a new pitcher takes the mound against the 6-hole hitter Jason Axelberg, who's been playing in right field tonight for the Fremont Moo. After 8 miraculous innings of work from the California kid Jack Hostetler, we welcome another Californian on the mound in his first appearance for the Spearfish Sasquatch. And what a time to do it. Welcome to the team, Colby Schiffer, the 6'6" junior from San Clemente, California, as he's facing off against Axelberg here. And that one is in the dirt for ball 1. Schiffer in his first appearance with the team actually just arrived in Spearfish, I believe either yesterday morning or the day before. He was in the dugout with the team yesterday, and now he is on the mound. And that one is hit high, and that is going to be a high catch for Gabe Springer at third for out number 1. So Axelberg couldn't square it up, and he is retired, and Matt Spear, the designated hitter, stepping in. And it'll no longer be Matt Spear, as they're going to try a substitution. The Moo trying to get as many chances as they can on the offensive end, choosing not to go with Matt Spear. And we will get his name to you when we figure it out. It is 1 out, no one on in the top of the ninth. Schiffer finds the zone for strike 1. So now count runs 1-1. And that one is swung on and fouled back for strike 2. Schiffer from Loyola Marymount University. Another West Coast player who made the trip to Spearfish. And the 1-2 in the dirt. So count now runs 2-2. And we have found the batter, the mystery batter seemingly for the Fremont Moo, Tyler Harrington, as he hits that one out towards right center, and that is going to be an easy catch for Carson Green for out number 2. So 2 high pop flies for the Fremont Moo, as they are both retired in order, and only 1 more out to go for Colby Schiffer. And now number 30, the third baseman, Austin Baskin. The final hope for the Moo in this game, and Schiffer looking to finish it here. As he throws that one in there for strike one. And the second pitch taken a bit upstairs, ball one. So an incredible display of pitching so far tonight from the Sasquatch, as that one is going to be hit into center, and that will drop for Carson Green as he runs in on it. And that is going to be a single for Austin Baskin, who's hitting in the 8th spot. So 1 on, 2 outs now. As it appears there will be another substitution. Ty Borgonio will no longer be batting in the 9th spot. They are going to try to go with another option. So Baskin now 3 for 5 on the night as he stands over at first. So the Moo replaced one shortstop with another. Borgonio is replaced with Bobby Brown, who started as short in game 2 of the doubleheader last night. And that one is a called strike one. So now 10 hits for the Moo. As we said, they know how to put it in play, but only 2 runs tonight for them, and the Sasquatch have a lead. 3-2, the 0-1. In the pitch. As Johnson keeps that one in front of him. So only 6 hits for the Sasquatch tonight, but when the runners have gotten on, they have done a great job of putting it in play. Getting runs across, which was a struggle that they had been having for the first few weeks of this summer season. Starting to see it all come to fruition here and there. And the Squatch are starting to play their brand of baseball. So now Schiffer, that last pitch was a ball upstairs, 2-1 to Bobby Brown, and that will be taken for a strike 2. Brown takes a trip around. Now steps back up to the plate. And down to his last strike. 2-2 from Schiffer to Brown. And that one is fouled back. Crowd's starting to get into it. And against a team like Fremont, what a way to get your first potential. Not going to jinx anything here, but would be a great way to get your first series win of the year against a team like this. And a swing and a miss from Colby Schiffer as Johnson tags out Bobby Brown, and that is going to do it. Your Sasquatch take game 3 of this series to win their first series of the season, as the Squatch win their 4th game of the year and take care of the Fremont Moo. What a game, and what a momentum shift headed into a 3-game set against the Nebraska Prospects this weekend. That'll do it after 8 miraculous innings of work from Jack Hostetler. Colby Schiffer slams the door in the top of the 9th to take care of the Moo. Ladies and gentlemen, this season is looking up. This team is looking good. So a lot of positives to take from it. An incredible pitching performance and a great work from the Sasquatch offense to handle the Moo tonight. And we're very excited. We hope you're able to join us. In just a few moments, we will have a post-game interview with the player of the game who has yet to be named. We will have on-field host Bailey Hubbard covering the post-game interview with one of the lucky Sasquatch. So we will be right back with you in just a few minutes. win Game 3. I am Win Andrews. A pleasure to be here with you today. It was a beautiful day and a beautiful game. Very happy to be here with you on the call. So we'll be right back with you. Squatch win.
last year.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Gabe, what was going on in your head before you hit that winning run in?
Well, got down 0-2 early, so I mean, whole at bat, just trying to stay and just defend the zone and foul off pitches that I don't want to put in play, and then drive the ball to the deep part of the field to score the run.
Right, because I mean, there was one out, bottom of the 8th inning. All you needed was that one pop out to outfield, and you got that done. So, thank you, folks. I'm Bailey Hubbard, and go Sasquatch.
Wait, on it. Let's see here. All right, yeah, we are good to go. So, thank you, Bailey, for that analysis with our friend Gabe. So, we just wanted to let you know, obviously, we just covered the offensive analysis for the night. Let's go on the defensive side. Sorry, folks, you can't get rid of me that easily. I'm Wayne Andrews, voice of the Sasquatch, along here with the man of the hour, the beach boy from Encinitas, California, Jack Hostetler. Jack, obviously, easily, your best start of the season and the best start of the season for any Sasquatch pitcher to this date, only giving up 2 runs through 8 innings. You were absolutely dealing. Walk me through how you felt during that entire outing.
Well, the first inning, I think I came out, I wasn't feeling too confident. I don't know, I had low energy or something like that, but I'm glad I was able to lock it in for the last 7 innings. Big part of it today was just trusting the defense because, you know, obviously they hit me pretty decently. They got like 9 hits off of me. But, you know, just like trusting my fastball, throwing in the zone. We had some great plays out there. Knowing that they got my back, you know, that really helps boost my confidence and keep going.
Absolutely. We were talking about just the importance of trusting that infield behind you and the outfield as well, and that was the big thing. You gave up 9 hits, but only held them to 2 runs overall,
right,
especially in the 8th inning when you had faced a little bit of trouble. What was going through your head during that time? How did you get out of the 8th inning?
Well, again, I just, because of that trust that I have in my defense, I was just feeling really confident. I knew that there was no chance I was getting up that lead, Well, gave the lead, but I was going to let them get that 3rd run,
So 2 in a row now for the Sasquatch as we get ready for a 3-game series at home starting tomorrow against the Nebraska Prospects. Jack, how does that start influence your momentum headed forward into future games? You went deep in the game at Fremont just last week, and obviously you went even deeper tonight for 8 innings. How does this influence your momentum heading forward in your future outings?
Well, I kind of just trust the process, I guess, I've been lifting a lot pre-game, which is a new thing for me, but it's, I'm feeling good with it, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
So walk me through the team chemistry. Obviously, everything's starting to kind of come together here and there. People are getting excited. This is Squatch baseball at its finest. That is a perfect example of what you expect from your Spearfish Sasquatch. What's going on in the dugout so far as you walk back in after each inning? How's the energy?
Man, I mean, the energy's up. I love seeing that. I really didn't get involved because I was trying to stay focused the whole time. Once I was out, I was getting involved. But all those guys are super, they're super fun to be around.
Okay. Well, anything else you have to add for us tonight, Jack?
I think that's it.
You have any plans for after this game? You going to Disney World?
Viola, my host, is going to make some banana cream pie, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh, no, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Well, Jack, we appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Wish you luck in your future starts because I know you have plenty of them this season.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. That is it as the Spearfish Sasquatch win their 2nd in a row and take this first series of the season against the Fremont Moo. Now, obviously, the Fremont Moo fall to 6-4 on the year, and the Spearfish Sasquatch win their 4th, going to 4-10. And you cannot imagine that this is not the end. There's plenty of wins to follow tonight. And we'll probably have plenty of them going into the homestand, finishing the homestand against the Nebraska Prospects. We have Friday and Saturday games starting at 6:35 first pitch, and then Sunday at a 4 o'clock start time. So a lot of baseball headed your way. We still have 3 more games, and you're right here at the perfect time to watch the Sasquatch Bats come to life. It was a great night for a game, and we're glad you're able to join us. So for now, I'll see you tomorrow, but my name is Win Andrews. I am your voice of the Sasquatch. We are glad that you're here for this Squatch victory. We'll see you tomorrow.